Today is March 13, Wednesday. Watch time for Major FF. Yesterday I discussed time turn back to possibly 2009 or 2012. The scripture that's supporting time turn back 15 years is Isaiah 38:5, but I will start from Isaiah 38:4. Then came the word of the Lord to Isaiah, saying, Go and say to Hezekiah, Thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will add unto thy days 15 years. Then I will jump to Isaiah 38:8. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees, which is gone down in the sundial of Ahaz 10 degrees backward. So the sun returned 10 degrees, by which degrees it was gone down. Lately, the monoliths appearing again. Remember back in 2020, during the pandemic, they have all these mysterious monoliths appearing like different places. Now they appear again. Mysterious monolith appears on hillside in Wales. So I believe they are ready for the major event. Here I will continue with Bill Cooper's book, Behold the Pale Horse. Chapter 17, he include a document from Department of the Army. The document is about U.S. Army intelligence connection with Satanic Church. She related that in the course of an investigation of an alleged satanic cult known as the Temple of Set, she came across information that the leader of the group, Michael Aquino, was allegedly a major in the U.S. Army Reserve associated with a military intelligence unit in the San Francisco area. Feel free to pause this video to read through this. History. The Temple of Set is a satanic group under the leadership of Michael A. Aquino. It is a spin-off group from Alton LaVey's Church of Satan in San Francisco. Aquino is the official head of the organization and rules the organization through a council of 9, who are in fact his chief lieutenants. An interesting aspect of the Temple of Set is its seeming obsession with the military. One aspect of this obsession is the group's fascination with the Nazi movement, with many of them wearing on occasion World War II German uniforms and insignia. A more sinister aspect of their military fascination is in the fact that Michael Aquino holds a commission as a major in the U.S. Army Reserve, with his military specialty being military intelligence. Now I will discuss the fallen angels MK Ultra technology. One method, the individual is made to don a helmet covered with wires, and a crystalline cubic affair is put into a niche in the top of the helmet, and a strobe light is made to play on the individual's optic nerve in order to entering patterns onto their brainwaves. The recipient's initial reaction is that his consciousness is aware of scrambled images, which, after the initial shock wears off, are aligned sequentially and impressed into his consciousness. In short, the person is given a programmed response system. In this way, individuals are trained in a brief time to do complex tasks without having to undergo lengthy training. Sometimes the subject is hypnotized or made to sleep, and a high-frequency microwave emission is used as a carrier wave on which to transmit encoded data into the nerve complex. This information may be triggered into conscious awareness at a later time by a preset stimulus response signal in the environment, such as a sub-audio or a visual signal. It might be noted here that not only do different fallen angels groups, demon groups, use this technique, but modifications of this technique are used by many of the blank in the United States were carried out in this manner. There are innumerable references to support that statement. The carrier waves are usually emanations that will parallel the biological field frequency of the entity itself or resonate upon it. They are often sound code, symbols, or visuals in facsimile form. Then another type of demons, I believe, maybe reptilians, have an interesting variation in technique whereby the recipient sits fully aware facing a screen and computer console and interacts with images on a holographic display. It is thought that the events during the Ben Waters incident in 1980 that took place underground to one of the military members was one of these processes. The subject was put before a similar screen, and even though there were others in chairs in the room, the screen was addressing him as an individual. There is another process which occurs which involves the recipient lying on a table or being suspended in the air, facing upwards, where they can feel a light bar of multicolored flashing lights. It is here where billion-year-old psychological implants may be re-stimulated. Some of these implants are responsible for humans not realizing their true nature and also for the system of self-imposed limitation that is rampant on Earth. During this process, the recipient is reprogrammed to perform other activities which can be triggered at a later moment. There is some evidence that many abductees over the past several years have been programmed with instructions, but we cannot determine the exact nature of the instructions, only that they are to be carried out in the next 2 to 5 years. While these interactions serve to slow the evolution of humans, they do not bring anything to a halt. These demons in general will only gain a temporary interactive benefit from these actions, and eventually all these demons will cease this type of interaction and will progress to other activities.